Hello everybody and welcome back to the Diecast Desk. Today we'll be going over my 1/64 scale collection of tractors. This will be part 1 of a multi-part series. I do have a lot of 1/64 scale tractors and equipment, but this will be part 1. So to start it off in front of you, we have the Waterloo Boy tractor, which was the first tractor that was quote-unquote John Deere. John Deere bought this company, and this was their introduction into making tractors. So that's that machine. Next up is the John Deere Model D. I know this tractor as the first big seller in the John Deere lineup. Many of these were sold. It was a very popular tractor. Pretty cool model as well. And after that is the Ford 8Ns and the Ford Jubilees. They all are very similar. So this is a Greenlight Ford 8N. It's also a Greenlight Ford 8N in Ferguson gray with a forestry rollover protection on it. And then this is the Erdl Ford 8N in blue. And then this is the Ford Jubilee. Now I actually have an 8N just like this in real life, but I like these old Ford tractors. They're very popular at the time, and they still are. So it's good to see them in model form. Let me get these out of the way. Next up is going to be the Allis-Chalmers WD-45. So I got this one because I wanted a little bit of color variation in my collection. You'll see it's, as we go on, it's primarily John Deere equipment. But I want a little bit of different color variation in my collection, so I picked this up. It's a nice little model. Nice row crop tractor. So yeah, I'm glad to have it in the collection. Alright, next after that is the John Deere Model H. This is quite a small John Deere tractor. Not much about it. It's just a typical row crop tractor. And then right after that is the John Deere Model B. Which is another good little model. There's also the John Deere Model G, which has some fairly beefy tires on it. I was happy to finally get some of these smaller John Deere tractors after a while of waiting. Stuff that goes good with small hay wagons. And then after that comes the John Deere Model A. I have two versions of the Model A. I have the regular Erdl version, and I have this special 75th anniversary version, which comes with a farmer on the tractor. So you'll see a few of the 75th anniversary edition tractors throughout my collections. So those are some good tractors right there. Next on the list is the John Deere 630. So this is also a machine from the 75th anniversary pack. It's a nice little machine, very clean looking, look good tucked away in a barn. Alright. I also have this other 630 right here, which has a wide front stance on it and a little bit different fenders, just a little bit different model. Still looks very nice. I do like the wide stance on it. Just a cool model overall. So yeah. Next on after that is the John Deere 720. This is a little bit beefier tractor, and a little more horsepower. Good addition. It's very similar to the other ones, just a little bit different. This one's got a little bit of paint wear on it and chipping. Nothing super special about it, it's just a cool model. And then after that is the John Deere 730. Mine is missing a smokestack. But this is your beefier tractor overall. It looks beefier. It's got a tighter stance. Just a very nice tractor. Then after that, we move on to the Ford 5000. I do like Ford tractors. I think they're very nice and cool. So I picked this up when I had the chance. It's a nice little die-cast piece. I would like to add this to any diorama I make because it's a nice tractor to break up, bring some variety, I would say. Then after that, we continue with the Fords into the green light. Next up is the Ford 5610. So I have many configurations of this tractor. So this is the two-wheel drive with cab. We'll just start with reviewing this one, and then I'll show you the rest of the ones I have. Now, I do like the amount of detail from Greenlight, but one issue I do have is, as you can see, stuff is crooked. If you look at that step is not looking so hot. The weights are always crooked, and in this case, I just noticed the cab is crooked as well. So, but it still looks good as like an auger tractor, or hooked up to a brush hog if you have one. So now we'll go over the different models I have. That of course is the two-wheel drive cab version. Next up we have the Ohio DOT, or Department of Transportation one, with a sun visor on it. Then we have, for some reason, there's a straight red one. I don't know the reason why they made a red one, but they did. And then the one I originally got, this one right here, four-wheel drive with a loader. Unfortunately, the loader does not. It goes up and down a little. You're limited because you'll pull out those cylinders, and the bucket does not tilt. And one issue I had is, if you look right there, yeah, that's how the weight came. I would rather they left the weight off because this has a loader on it, but oh well. Again, little model 3-point. Regular hitches don't usually fit in that, but you can take a little bit larger drill bit and drill it out, so stuff fits. So, I mean, I was still happy to see them come out. They look pretty cool, so good addition to any collection. Alright, next up is the Minneapolis Moline G750, which is right here. So this is the model that the Moline farmer has, Minnesota Moline farmer. I still have this one in the box. I've taken it out, and it is a very nice model, very detailed. You have 3-point hitch in the back. Nice loader. The weathering is very accurate from what I can tell. Hydraulics, everything works on it that I can find. It's just a good overall model. Even if you don't know who the Moline farmer is, it's still a good model. Very detailed loader. Alright, so next after that is the John Deere 4010. So this is our piece from the 75th anniversary pack I have. The 40 series does have a special place in my heart, or around this type of era. I mean, they were some of them, they made tons of these types of tractors, and they were really big in the row crops. It's just a good era of tractor. So 4050, nice, I like to call it tricycle design, even though it's the row crop. Just a cool overall tractor. And after that, of course, there's the 4020s. So this one doesn't have a specific model on it. I'm going to deduce that this is a 4020. This has an aftermarket cab on it, and it looks like it could be four-wheel drive. I do like the aggressive tires in the front. I think that's a nice touch. But part of the reason I'm not quite sure if it's a 4020 is right here I have an actual 4020 labeled 4020, and as you can see, there's little differences between them. This one might be a bigger model, but for now I'm going to call it a 4020. And then this is a 4020 I got from the John Deere Tractor and Engine Museum in right over by the factories where they make all the combines and stuff. So this was a neat piece to get. It's just that classic 4020 most people know and love. So yeah. Now I'll be right back. I gotta go grab the rest of the models. Alright, as we continue on with the collection, next up is the John Deere 7020 diesel. It's a FFA edition. I personally am in the FFA, so I picked this up. I think it's a very cool model, nice articulated piece. Just looks good with like a 4020 and the machines from that era. It's just a nice piece to have in your collection. Alright, so next on the list is the IH66 series. This is one of those that doesn't have a specific model number on it. I asked my friend who is really into IH machines, and this is what he told me. So I don't know much about IH machines personally, but I add them to the collection again for variety's sake. So it's a nice little model. Look good on small stuff like some wagons. Good machine. Then after that is the John Deere, let me see here, 4430. Yeah, the John Deere 4430. So here's one of the John Deere 4430s. This one again has no specific model number on it, but it looks basically identical to this other one, so I'm going to put them together as both 4430s. This one has wide front tires for flotation. This one has pizza cutter front tires for row crop applications. This one's older and beat up. This one's new, and it's from the John Deere 75th anniversary pack. Good little tractors. Again, can't beat the old workhorses. Good machines to have on the farm. Next up after that is the 4450s. So here is my John Deere 75th anniversary 4450. This is a two-wheel drive unit. And then in the box still, I have a Authentics Erdl John Deere 4450 with the quick attach and quick hitch wheel weights. This is the premium John Deere tractor. So I have that still in the box just to protect it because there's so many fragile parts on it. It's a very nice model, as you can imagine. So next up on the list is the International Harvester 966 Turbo. Again, nice little two-wheel drive machine. This one has duals in the back. This is also another FFA machine. One thing I don't like about this machine is I got out of the package, and as you can see when rolling it, sometimes like that will happen, the outer wheel. You can see how wonky that is. It's not straight at all, and that's how I received it out of the package. There's also these weird black specks everywhere, but still a very nice piece, cool piece. Looks good pulling a smaller grain drill. So yeah. Next up after that is the International Harvester 5088. Again, I had to get this information from my friend because I don't know much about International Harvester. Nice model. One thing, I don't know what's going on with this, but mine came with this weird like super glue on it right there, slathered over the side. I don't know what that's about. But other than that, it still looks good. I did have this on a auger in a diorama for a bit, as well as one of the other International Harvester tractors I'll be showing. It's an okay model, I think. So, yeah, next after that is the Case IH 7110. So this was my first loader tractor. It's a two-wheel drive unit. It's got a good little loader on it. Okay range of movement. This is one of the machines I had on my auger. Just a good looking machine overall. So, yeah, it's a good part of the collection. Next after that is the John Deere 4955. So this is our FFA machine. And this is one of my only type of this machine that has duals. You'll see I have a lot of similar units to it, but this is the only one I know of that I have that has duals on it. So it's a nice little machine. I like the front tire tread, good dirt tire treads. So yeah, looks good with the generic Erdl 5-shank gripper. So yeah. Next after that is the John Deere 4960. I have what I think is two of them. So this is our one. Oh no, I know it's two of them. So this is just your standard 4960. And this is the 75th anniversary John Deere 4650. It's two good models. Just classics. Put them on most anything as long as it's in comparative in size. So good items to have. Next after that, I have another set of items that's in the box still. So this is a Case steam engine and the Case 2594 with duals. So these are both good models. I think I leave them in the box because it's such a unique setup here. I probably could take them out of the box, but for now they'll stay in there. They just look good. Even though I'm a John Deere guy, that still is a good looking tractor in my opinion. Of course, the steam engine is a big part of history, so keep that around. Alright, so next up after that is the John Deere 8630, which I have right here. So I got this machine because, I mean, look at that. That's a beefy looking tractor right there. I mean, if you compare it to the 720 or 7020, which, I mean, there is no comparison because they're from different years, but still, that's a beefy looking tractor. I do have some tools that I like to put behind it, preferably 5-shank Erdl ripper or the John Deere no-till drill, or even the John Deere side chute manure spreader. That's what I'm thinking of. It's just a good it's a good overall big horsepower machine for any farm. Next up after that is a special model. This is the John Deere 8650. And this is the National Farm Toy Show edition. Just a nice, solid model. I mean, they put a lot of high effort into this model. It's high quality. Everything's painted up nice. Even the back, the caps for the hydraulics are painted up. Just a good model. I know these aren't necessarily as rare, but still a very good, very cool model to have in the collection. So that's going to end video 1 of this series. I don't know how many videos it'll take to finish this series. But thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below, and I'll do my best to answer them for you guys. Thank y'all.